In last video, we learned what I mean by radian measure, just definition. Okay, now just recall once, then I'll continue with some properties and problems. Okay, in last class or last video, we just learned what I mean by a radian. I'll recall, a radian is an angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc. Okay, such that length of the arc, this length AB is equal to radius of the circle. If length of the arc is equal to radius of the circle, angle subtended by that arc at the center of the circle is 1 radian. 1 radian is nothing but 1 power c. I hope this you remember because yesterday, okay, we did. Now, we have some properties of this radian measure or the measure of an angle. So first I'll give you these properties as a results. Okay, very important concepts. The first one, I'll name this as a result 1. First I'm going to prove that this radian is a constant angle. The statement is like this: a radian is a constant angle. Is a constant angle. Along with this, I'm going to prove that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. This is a very, very important concept because this will help you to convert degree measure to radian measure to degree measure. As well as you may get an exam, prove that radian is a constant angle. So proof, important, remember that proof is also important along with the statement. Okay, the proof is as follows. First, consider a circle. Consider a circle. Consider a circle center at O. Consider a circle center at O and radius r. Radius r. Consider an arc. Let AB be an arc. I hope you know what I mean by arc. Arc is nothing but part of the circumference of the circle. Consider an arc AB such that length of the arc, I hope you know this symbol, AB, above that an arc symbol, okay, is represent length of the arc equal to r. Then you know that, okay, angle at the center is, according to this definition, is 1 radian. Remember this? Why it is 1 radian? Because length of the arc AB is also equal to radius of the circle. Therefore, okay, I can write here, therefore, angle AOB is equal to 1 radian. Okay? Now, we have one more arc in this diagram, which is nothing but the full circle. Circumference is also an arc. Remember that. Okay? So now I'm going to use that. Observe carefully here. As this length of the arc increases, suppose length arc is here, AB is here, this point, then definitely angle at the center increasing, right? Suppose arc is here, again angle at the center is increasing. Suppose arc is here, then angle at the center is decreasing. So you can observe, as length of the arc increases or decreases, the angle at the center is also either increases or decreases. So here I am using one concept, as we know that, like everyone know that here, okay, we know that length of an arc, what? Length of an arc is directly proportional to, I hope you know the meaning of directly proportional. Directly proportional to what? Tell me. Which is increasing? Angle at the center is increasing. Which is decreasing? Angle at the center is decreasing. When the length of the arc increases or decreases. So length of an arc is directly proportional to angle at the center. Angle at the center. Remember, it's very useful information. Okay. I hope you understood why it is like this. So I wrote we know that. We means you also included. Remember that. So otherwise I'll write I know that. Okay. So now I hope you understood. So I included you in we know that this condition. Okay. Just use directly. No need to prove it. Yeah. So therefore, now using this, here one arc is AB. This arc is directly proportional to what? Angle at the center. That is 1 radian. Which is another arc? As I told, circumference is also an arc. So I'll consider full circumference. If I consider full circumference, what is the length of the circumference? Yeah, 2 pi r. It must be proportional to which one? Tell me, which is the angle at the center subtended by circumference? Yeah, exactly. What? 360 degree. So I can write this statement in terms of notation like this. Length of the arc AB is directly proportional to angle at the center. That is, angle subtended by the arc AB is proportional to 1 radian. In the same way, the another arc, which is circumference of the circle, is directly proportional to angle at the center. That is 360 degree. So this sentence can be represented in terms of notation like this. Now simple. This implies length of the arc AB, you know. What is that? R. So r by 2 pi r equal to 1 radian by 360 degree. Got it? So what will happen here? This r and this r cancel. Cross multiply. So 1 radian, this implies 1 radian is equal to, I can write this as a 360 degree divided by 2 pi. Got it? 1 radian is equal to 360 degree divided by 2 pi. You know, 2 ones are 2, 180 times. So I can write this implies 1 radian is equal to 180 degree divided by pi. Got it? Now tell me in right hand side here, 180 degree and pi both are constant or not? Any variable is there here? Definitely no. So I can write this implies 1 radian is made up of only constant. So what is the first sentence? Radian is a constant angle. So what we proved? 1 radian. A radian is a constant angle. Why it is constant angle? Because 180 degree is also constant. Pi is also constant. So it's made up of only constant. So definitely this ratio will be constant. So first sentence is proved. What is that? A radian is a constant angle. One more sentence I wrote, like pi radian is equal to 180 degree. See, nothing is there to prove again anything from the beginning. Use the last sentence. Observe carefully. We proved 1 radian is equal to 180 degree pi by pi. Just cross multiply. This implies 1 radian into pi is nothing but pi radian equal to 180 degree. So even the second sentence is also proved. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. I hope you understood. What is the first sentence? A radian is a constant angle. Okay. Then pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Both are proved. So this you may get for 3 marks. Okay. Important. Especially this sentence, last one. Pi radian is equal to 180 degrees. Very, very useful. So I hope you understood. This is the result number 1. Next result. Result number 2. Okay, result number 2 is measure the length of the arc. The sentence is like this. The length of an arc, okay, let it be S, okay, length of an arc of the circle, of a circle with radius r and angle at the center, theta radian is. The length of an arc S of a circle with radius r and angle at the center theta radian is. Remember, this is a formula, and formula is also useful as well as the answer is also useful. The proof is also useful. Okay, S is equal to r theta radian. S is equal to r theta radian. What is the result? The length of an arc S of a circle with the radius r and angle at the center theta radian is S is equal to r theta. The proof is almost similar to the previous one. So listen carefully. Proof. Again here I am going to consider one circle. Consider a circle. Center at O and radius r. So I am going to consider a circle, center at O, radius r. Okay. Now consider an arc. Again you are going to consider an arc AB. Okay. Now this arc must be of the required arc. Remember that. So consider an arc. Let AB be an arc such that the length of the arc is equal to S. Such that the length of the arc is equal to S. See, I wrote already in the sentence, so length of the arc should be S. Okay. This length is S. Now consider one angle. Let angle AOB. This is also given in the question, so I am just considering as it is. Angle AOB is equal to theta radian. This is an angle subtended by this arc at the center. Let it be theta radian. Now again I am using the same sentence that we know that the length of an arc is directly proportional to angle at the center. Remember, it's a very important sentence that, okay, I'll consider this as a we know that. So, length of an arc is directly proportional to angle at the center. So, according to this, okay, the sentence or using the previous concept, I can write arc AB is directly proportional to theta radian, which is another angle for us, another arc for us, the circumference. 2 pi r is directly proportional to 360 degree. Again, same procedure. Got it? But here, what is length of the arc? S. 2 pi r equal to theta radian. Let it be as it is. Now, one concept you should use from the previous result. See what we proved in the previous result. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. We proved pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So, if pi radian is equal to 180 degree, 360 degrees how much in terms of radian? Cross multiply. Simple work. How much? 2 pi radian. Obvious, no? If pi radian is equal to 180 degree, multiply 2 on both sides, what you will get? 2 pi radian is equal to 2 into 180 degree. What is 2 into 180 degree? 360 degree. So I can directly replace, okay, because of this, 360 degree is nothing but 2 pi radian. So what will happen? This 2 pi cancel. So this implies S is equal to, this R will move up. So it's R into theta radian. So we proved one more result, okay, very important result. S is equal to R theta radian. I hope you understood. So remember here, what do you mean by radian? What do you mean by radian? Radian is an angle subtended at the center by an arc such that length of the arc equal to radius of the circle. Along with that, you should remember these two results. What is the result number 1? Radian is an angle and which is a constant angle, as well as pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Next you proved S is equal to R theta. So both are very, very important results. Again, I am repeating, both are for 3 marks. I hope you understood. The next module or the next video, we are going to continue with the problem part of radian measure. Thank you.